Welcome to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Rice Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. First down for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Utes will punt it away on 4th down.
On to kick it away.
He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll leave it with him. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Snags it over the middle. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Alabama! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to bring it out from deep. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Wide receiver coming across in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got some room to run. He's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. The pick, the return, and the offense will be threatening. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Looking for a man. It's Simpson. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown time. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. At the 45 on its way. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense. And when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Powers through. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll try to blast their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
Defense has to do a better job of their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. These corners backing off a bit. He's got an open man. Creates a little room. Oh, look out! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
To throw, it's Simpson. Getting some heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems... It's loose! He picks it up, still on his feet. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Here comes the offense on second down. Let's go. Wilson will throw. It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And the Utes brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
And the gamble pays off, David. Not a lot of programs, not a lot of coaches would want to go for it down deep in their own end like that, but they turn around to hand it off, and hey, they get the first down.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's analytics that say go for it, and there's spreadsheets that say go for it. It's becoming the norm, but, man, there's obviously a lot of risk, a lot of reward. But it doesn't matter because you got the first down, a new set of downs. Now go take this thing down the field and score.
The Utes will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, picked off.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is he gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
First down here for the offense. Touch pass on the run. He's out past the 35. And he's running in the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Utah! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get left.
Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. It's complete on the right side. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the.
He's going for a big play downfield. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Off the play fake. Quarterback moving. He'll let one go down the right side. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wilson to pass. Now sliding to his left. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that...
He's going up top. Makes the grab on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. It's Williams. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Utes will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead.
He's off to the races. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side.
And he's got it inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bama!
With the grab and the score.
Looking for the two-point try. On the move. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
I do like the play call offensively here in a two-point situation. Trust your quarterback to get it in, but this defense does such a good job rallying to the football, and they come away with no points on the two-point attempt.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He'll pitch it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Past the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown! The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air. It's Simpson. It's complete. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. How about this running back dragging a toe and getting it inbounds?
Showing off the wide receiver skills. You know running backs are so talented nowadays, and you split them out as a wide receiver so much, and he showed it there. He can play wide out easily with a nice catch, nice awareness.
Unloads to the wide out. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
He throws one to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Utah! And that one will give them the lead. Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. They'll run the option. Now the toss. He'll be stopped short, and the 2-point try goes awry, and this lead remains at 1. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Coming after it. They get to him as he throws. Complete downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny. You know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young.
Off he goes. He the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Number 2 with the catch and score.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, they decided to try to run it in on that two-point play. He got 2 yards, but he needed one more. They fall short.
27.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The give from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's just so hard. You watch this team on tape week after week after week, and there's just not a lot of space. What great backs, not good backs, and not a lot of offenses having a lot of success. You got to be creative. You got to find ways to get on the perimeter, and more importantly, you better be ready to throw the football.
With the catch, it's Robinson. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs.
42 Spider.
Hands it off. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down, it's 2nd and 7. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. That gives him 100 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. And the Utes will hustle to the line. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score now 32. Utah 27.
Trying to pick up a first down.
Green 25.
Complete on third down. The Utes will move the sticks with the first down.
And how about that third down? They go 5 wide. They've spread the defense out, and at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
Let's go. Ready.
He's going to pass. Got it in the middle with Stanley. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Trying to get the corner. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, offensively, they try to go with the toss play to get outside. That did not trick that defender, though. What a hit he put on that running back.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Wilson will throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, what a play by the defense. They're trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback checking off. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Wilson to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. And the Utes want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it! Touchdown, Utes! They move on top here in the 4th.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. A fair catch called for and made. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's going to throw deep right side. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll start this drive with a pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw. This time it's complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Check, check. Spider.
On the run, it's Stanley. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Running with power. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
The old coaching cliche.